The Wisconsin Elections Commission will investigate what happened to thousands of absentee ballots that were never returned or never counted in the April 7th election. Our Stephanie Haynes has more on this and their plan to make sure it doesn't happen again.
The state of Wisconsin, we were the first state to run a statewide election in the middle of a statewide stay-at-home order.
In a special meeting Saturday afternoon, the Wisconsin Elections Commission voted unanimously to figure out why more than 135,000 absentee ballots were never returned and why some were never counted. Voters requested more than 1.2 million absentee ballots, which accounted for about 80% of the total election participation. Still, thousands of people headed to the polls on April 7th, and in Milwaukee, lines stretched around the block as voters waited hours to cast their ballots at 5 polling sites.
These people are just trying to exercise their own civic duty, and it's not fair that they have to do this to risk their own health.
State Elections Commissioner Robert Spindell called for an investigation in Milwaukee, but that motion did not pass.
Maybe they decided to stick with the 5 to make everything look absolutely, possibly terrible.
I do not think that anyone involved in this election was putting people intentionally at risk for political points.
In the meantime, the commission discussed how it can improve the voting process for future elections. They voted to use federal grant money to add barcodes on absentee ballots. That way voters can track if their ballot makes it to their clerk's office.
We wouldn't have these complaints of somebody saying my vote is, where is it?
Lessons learned from an election during a pandemic no one could ever have imagined. In Milwaukee, Stephanie Haynes, TMJ4 News.